Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, what's up? My name is vianney.strick. Thank you so much for being here. So today, as you can see by the title, we are doing a full face of makeup of your drugstore hidden gems. I went on Instagram and the YouTube community tab and I asked you guys, what are your drugstore hidden gems that you guys love that not a lot of people talk about? And you guys gave me a bunch of answers, so today we're gonna do a full face of them. If you wanna be in my next videos, make sure you follow me on my social media so that you can be a part of them as well. So I really hope that you guys like this video, and if you do, please make sure to give it a big thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel to join my squad. Let's get into it. Alrighty guys, let's just hop right into it. Some of these products I have tried, some I tried a long time ago, and then some of these are completely brand new. So let's just start out with the brows and then move on to foundation. So for the brows, you guys told me of a couple different products, but most people were recommending the Wet n Wild Tinted Brow Gel Mascara as well as the E.L.F. Tinted Brow Gel. Now I have tried both of these and I love them both. And I definitely don't see enough people talking about these, and they're amazing products and they're so affordable. So they're obviously different tones, but the larger one is the Wet n Wild one and the smaller one is from E.L.F. Both of these formulas are really nice. The Wet n Wild mascara is obviously a lot bigger than the E.L.F. one, but I will say when it comes down to it, I do prefer the E.L.F. one just because I prefer a smaller wand, and the formula is actually really nice. This one's in the shade Brunette, and the actual name is the E.L.F. Wow Brow. Just remember, everything that I'm talking about I will be linking down below. But as you guys may know by now, I love running a tinted brow gel on my brows and wait for it to dry before adding any more product. I definitely feel like both of these are hidden gems because I just don't see very many people talking about drugstore tinted brow gels in general, and these are both amazing. So it just depends on what size wand you like, but they're both really good and super affordable. Okay, let's move on to the face. I'm so excited about these complexion products. So for primer, I was actually pretty surprised because most of you guys recommended me a primer water, which I do love. I was just surprised that that's kind of what you guys went with. But obviously, this comes down to what are the hidden gems that not a lot of people talk about. So a lot of you guys told me about this. So this is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus. This one's in the rose. It's a 3-in-1 primer water. I actually really enjoyed as well for priming and setting. It gives my face like nice hydration feel and a little bit of tackiness, and I really enjoy it. Nowadays, I do prefer to go in with a pore minimizing primer as well, but I definitely think that this is one of those products that not a lot of people talk about anymore, and it is still very good. It does have a pretty good spray. It's a little aggressive, but it is very even. What I like to do with primer sprays is that I like to let it dry a little bit so that it settles on the skin before I do put foundation on. For foundation, I'm actually very excited because you guys told me of a foundation that I've never tried, and I don't know why I've never tried it because I feel like I'm really gonna like it. Sorry for the sticker on the cap. I usually get all my makeup at CVS. This is the Maybelline Dream Radiant Liquid Foundation. I literally have a backup of the Dream Urban Cover. I love this so much, and I love a more radiant foundation. So this one says that it's a hydrating foundation with hyaluronic acid and collagen. So I got the shade 80 Cashew, and I'm gonna read you the claims as I apply my foundation. I'm gonna do half with a sponge, half with a brush, just for fun. But quickly, I just wanted to mention this sponge to you guys. This is not a hidden gem. This is just a brand new sponge that I've been obsessed with. This is from KOKIE Cosmetics. It is only $5 and it is a total dupe for the Ofra Cosmetics $20 sponge. So if you like super soft squishy sponges, this one is good. So this foundation says that it gives up to 12 hours of continuous hydration. It visibly improves the look of skin. It's supposed to have medium coverage with a radiant finish. It shouldn't clog your pores, and it is dermatologist tested. Okay, so upon application, I do prefer the way it looks with a sponge. It definitely made it sink more into my skin, whereas the side of the brush definitely just looked like it was sitting on top. Just looking at it, it does have that medium coverage that they were talking about. It doesn't look drying. It does look a little bit radiant, not super dewy, which I appreciate. I don't like super greasy looking foundations. And so far, so good. But you guys know the drill. When it comes to foundation, it all kind of comes down to how it looks at the end of your makeup routine and then at the end of the day. So at the end of the video, I will give you guys an update about how long it wore throughout the day. I'm going to put a little bit of gloss because my lips are so dry and I didn't bring my lip balm up here. So for concealer, I was very surprised and very excited about this because I used to rave about this concealer and I never heard too many people talking about it, and I don't understand because to me, this is your drugstore Shape Tape dupe. This is the CoverGirl TruBlend Undercover Concealer, and I'm using the shade M500 Soft Tan. It literally has the same packaging as the Shape Tape. I believe it comes with around the same amount of formula, and it is really good. I'm not sure if this shade's gonna work for me today. This is the only shade I have. I really thought I had two of them. This concealer is so good. A little bit goes a long way. It's kind of like Shape Tape in the sense that it is full coverage. It does dry down matte. So if you have super dry skin, then I don't know if I would tell you about this. If you can wear Shape Tape, then you can wear this. But guys, this is so nice. By the way, it does dry down pretty fast, so just make sure to start blending right away. You don't need to let it sit. It will give you that coverage regardless. Do you guys see how that covered anything and everything? Like, this is such a good concealer. I will say it does oxidize a little bit, so go in with a shade lighter, but it looks really good. I think this is probably the most full coverage concealer at the drugstore that I know of. I know that's not what everyone's looking for, especially with a matte finish, but if you're into that, this is the way to go. So for powder, instead of getting a lot of loose powder recommendations, a lot of you told me about the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Press Powder. This is in the shade Warm Light. I did have this in my collection. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I've scraped off the top because when I didn't, I wasn't really getting much product. And I don't know, I think maybe I got a dud because I really do have to scrape off the top. I honestly don't even remember how I feel about this. So I'm gonna go ahead and set my under eyes, but we are going to use a cream bronzer. So let me just go ahead and set the eyes. You don't need much powder for this concealer because it is pretty matte, but I always set my concealer. Powder looks pretty good. It gives me like a super thin, more natural kind of look, and I like it. I feel like this would be good for dry skin to set like your whole face with because it's like a very light photo focus powder. So very cool. So for bronzer, a lot of you guys were telling me about this. So the funny thing about this product is that I have tried it, but the cap broke, and so I just threw it away and I never repurchased it just because I try not to repurchase a lot of makeup just because I have so much makeup. But this is the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Contour Stick, and it is just a cream contour and bronze. I got the shade Where's Walnut. I remember really liking this, so I'm very excited to have it back. I feel like this shade is warm enough for bronzer and cool enough for contour, so I'm just gonna do both. And I know it looks like I'm applying a lot, but if I remember correctly, which I hope, is that this blends out pretty seamlessly. Okay, I remembered correctly. Okay, so that blended out super easy. It was super easy to apply. The stick is like the perfect size and shape to apply to your face. I believe this is like $4 or $5, and this is what it looks like. See how easy that blended out? It stayed pigmented, but it blended super nicely with the skin. I feel like you could either build this up, but I do have a powdered bronzer that you guys told me about, so I'm gonna go ahead and leave it, but I really enjoy this. I'm actually gonna leave this in my vanity because you guys know how much I love cream bronzing. So for bronzer, I actually 100% agree with you guys. A lot of you guys were talking about the Essence Matte Bronzing Powder Palette. I have this shade Better Than Vacation Tan, and it is a matte bronzing palette, and it does have cool and warm tones, light to dark. They're all matte shades, and I think that this is amazing. It also has a mirror, and I don't usually love palettes anymore, like face palettes, but I actually do get my use with this because this shade is perfect for bronzing for me. This one is good for contour, and I use the other two shades. I always use this whole palette as a really neutral brown eyeshadow look. Nobody really talked about it, and it's at a really great price, and it's really good. So definitely a hidden gem. I think I'm gonna use a mixture of these two shades since we do have that bronziness down already. And I'm just gonna go ahead and set it and just bronze even more. And I'll probably put a little bit down my neck as well. But guys, the formula is really nice. It's, like I said, completely matte, but it's not like super powdery, it's very pigmented, but it's also easy to build and to blend. So let's go ahead and do blush, and then let's go to the eyes, and then we can kind of finish. I like finishing off my face with highlighter. So for blush, a lot of you guys recommended me the new CoverGirl TruBlend blushes. So again, sorry for the stickers. I went to CVS to buy them because they have the best coupons. This is a fairly new product, and this is in the shade 360 Sweet Seduction. It's a pretty big pan, the size of my hand. It looks like a satin finish. Definitely not shimmery, but not matte. And I'm excited to try this. This is fairly new, but one of you told me that no one's talking about it, and it's a really good product, and it's definitely a hidden gem. So I was like, all right, let's do it. So I'm gonna go ahead and go in with a light hand. Oh my God. Yeah, you definitely need to go in with a light hand. You guys know I put way too much blush on, but it all comes together in the end. Just trust me. Okay, I really like this. I don't love shimmer blushes, and I was worried that this was going to be one. But like I said, it's more of a satin finish. It's very pigmented. You get a lot of product, and it looks really pretty on the skin. Even though I went in with too much product at first, it all blended pretty seamlessly, and it looks very pretty. So definitely gonna keep using that. It gives your skin a little bit of a healthy radiance. I don't know if you guys can tell, but it's not shimmery, so it's not gonna like emphasize pores. So for eyeshadow, I was very, very excited because a couple of you guys were telling me about this eyeshadow palette that I actually got a couple weeks ago, and I've been waiting for an excuse to use it in a video, and I was like, this is it. This is the ColourPop Bare Necessities palette. I haven't tried it yet. I kind of wanted to try it on camera first, and it's been so hard because this looks absolutely stunning. It literally matches my shirt, and this is a pretty affordable palette considering how many shades you get. You do get all the shades here. A lot of you guys told me that not a lot of people were talking about this, and that you go to this all the time, that it's big enough to have all the shades that you need, but not too big, and that for the neutral lover, which I'm a neutral lover, this is definitely a hidden gem that not a lot of people are talking about. So I definitely agree. I mean, I haven't tried it yet, but just looking at the shades, it has cool and warm tones, it has light and dark, shimmers and mattes, and satins. So you guys know the drill. I'm gonna put some music over it. I will tell you guys what shades I'm using, but we're just gonna do, I think, like a more like blown out, softer matte halo eye. We'll see. We'll see if I stick to it. I obviously decided to use a shimmer last minute, but that's just because, doesn't this look go perfect with my shirt? I really, really enjoy this palette. I will say it is a little bit powdery, but when it comes to ColourPop shadows, they're kind of like Anastasia shadows in the sense that they're very pigmented, but they do have a lot of kickback. So if you don't care about that, then you won't mind. But this turned out so well. Super happy about this. I definitely think that this is such a hidden gem if you are a neutral bee like me. Let's go ahead and finish off the eyebrows real quick. A lot of you guys were telling me that your hidden gem was the CoverGirl, the Ultra Fine Brow Pencil. This was in the shade Rich Brown. I had this for a while and I just lost the spoolie, but it does come with a spoolie. It is your typical super light, skinny brow pencil, kind of like the NYX Micro Brow, or I think Wet n Wild has one as well. And it is really, really nice. So I'm gonna go ahead and fill in the rest of my eyebrows, but I definitely think that this is also a hidden gem. You don't really see a lot of people talking about CoverGirl in general, and they do have a lot of really awesome products. So as much as I wanna put falsies on, I really wanna test out the mascara that a lot of you guys actually mentioned, and I was very surprised. It is the L'Oreal Voluminous Million Lashes. I did get it in the blackest black, and it does come with a very spiky black mascara rubber wand. The funny thing about this mascara is that I remember having it and I'm pretty sure I loved it. The thing with mascaras is that there are so many good ones out there now, and a lot of them are at the drugstore. So I like can't help myself when I just want to try a new mascara, but you almost forget about the oldies, the hidden gems. Okay, so I applied 2 coats. I apologize. I know it's kind of hard to see the mascara because of the eyeshadow, and I also don't have a zoom lens. So here it is. Keep in mind, I always let you guys know I do use an eyelash serum, so I will link that down below, and I did curl my lashes. Now, the verdict is that I do like it a lot. It gave me a lot of separation, which I get where that like Million Lashes name comes from, and it gave me a lot of length and no clumpiness whatsoever. So if you're into that, you will love this. The only reason why it's not gonna become my favorite is just because I like a little bit more volume. Like, I do think that it gave me a beautiful separated length, but I personally just love more volume. But I do think it's a really nice mascara. I personally love to layer my mascara, so I might use this and then a volumizing one. I mean, should we just try that? Let's just do it real quick. I'm gonna add the Maybelline Lash Sensational. See, yeah, this is, oh my god. This is like a really good combo. Like, do you see the difference between this and this? Oh my god. I understand if this is too spidery for you, but I personally just love mascara. So I do really like it. Length and separation, you got it. But if you do want more drama, either layer this with something else or just get a more volumized mascara, but my lashes are looking pretty good. So for highlighter, a lot of you guys, I just realized there's a lot of CoverGirl in here, and I totally understand because I am on the cover, well, I think I got kicked off the PR list. I'm not sure why, but that's another story. I have tried a lot of CoverGirl because of it, and I realize that they have so many good products that a lot of people don't talk about. So for highlighter, a lot of you guys told me about this one. This is the CoverGirl TruBlend Super Stunner Highlighter. So this one's in the shade Gilded Glory, and I have used it before. A lot of you guys know I don't necessarily dip into super blinding highlights anymore, but this is definitely one, and it is very beautiful. It is a really pretty shade. Sorry about that. That's from the cutting at the crease, but it is like a very warm shade. They obviously have different shades. It is not super buttery, but it's also not chunky. I'm just gonna go ahead and go with a light hand. It is pretty powdery, but like I said, it's powdery and a little bit dry, but it's not chunky, so I don't even mind. Like, oh my god. That is blinding. I'm trying so hard not to make it so blinding, but I'm still trying to like blend it. But look at that. I mean, if you're looking for a blinding highlight from the drugstore, this is definitely a good one. Put a little bit on the nose. For lip liner, you guys actually, a lot of y'all said ColourPop liners, and I agree with you guys because I do think that they're very well known, but I also feel like no one like hypes them as much as they should be. I definitely think that this is probably the best liner for the price that I've ever tried. Like, they're so amazing. I have the shade 951. I think this will go pretty well. So I'm gonna go ahead and just overline my lips because you can, because the formula is amazing. And I think I'm gonna fill it in. I do have a lipstick to try out, but I got very iffy shades. That's a beautiful shade. Normally I would leave it like that, but I do have, like I said, questionable lipsticks. So I think I'm gonna go in with a little bit of a darker shade. I'm gonna use the shade BFF3 just to deepen it up a little bit, and then we'll dab some lipstick on top. I love that. So for lipsticks or just any lip product, a lot of you guys told me about the NYX Professional Suede Matte Lipsticks. I don't necessarily buy lipsticks anymore. I tend to always do very comfortable liquid lipsticks, but I was very excited about this because I do love a matte lipstick. So I didn't realize how light this would be. So this is the shade Dainty Days, and then I also got the shade Cold Brew. So I definitely got like very, very contrasting shades. I want to show you guys some swatches. Sorry for all the swatches, but here are both shades. I don't know what to do. Blot this. And then go in with the other one. I love looking so fall. Okay, and then I'm gonna go in with the shade Dainty Days just to make it more like ombre. That's pretty. I really like that. This lip combo is really nice. So far, these lipsticks do look very promising. Super pigmented, really nice finish. And like I said, ColourPop lip liners I think are just the best. So good and so affordable. That is it for setting spray. Last thing. I was very, I don't know if I was surprised about this, but a lot of you guys told me about the E.L.F setting mist. No one really said dewy or matte or anything, just the E.L.F setting mist. I've had this for a long time. It's probably expired, but I tried it in a full face of E.L.F and I liked it. I just never really go for it, I guess. So why not use it today? Oh my god, that is a pretty good spray. It reminds me a lot of this spray. It's very intense, but it is also like very even. I don't have like a bunch of droplets on my face. And yeah, you know, obviously with setting sprays, you can't really tell much, but it looks like my foundation looks beautiful and everything kind of went in together. So this is the final result. I'm very happy with my makeup. The foundation actually looks stunning. Like it looks so well on top of my skin. So far it looks really, really nice. It definitely makes my skin look a little bit more plump and not dry at all. The eyeshadow looks amazing. The brows look amazing. The lips, like really everything that you guys told me about, I really enjoy. So I think today was not a fail. What's the opposite of a fail? It was successful. It was a success video. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. Again, if you want to be part of these videos, just follow me on social media. I do also have a Facebook page now, so make sure to go like it so that you can get updated about when I upload my videos. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.